What's up, everyone? I'm CL Connolly, and today is day 13 of me reading from my disciples' Doctrine. Today is the connection ceremony, which is like their wedding. Go back and watch all the other videos and stuff like that. I give a lot more description as to the cult series and all that other stuff that I've written. I am a horror author. I write slashers. So I have created my own cult. The disciples' Doctrine is the Bible that goes to that cult. And this is the connection ceremony. So because all the disciples are created equal, there's no husband, there's no wife, and everyone can be whoever they want to be. So due to that, there is no wedding. It is not, husband, wife, wife, wife. It's none of that. It's literally just connected partners. So they have a connection ceremony for two people to become connected partners. And that's where the connection ceremony comes in. So this is the actual ceremony. So when they're, doing it like in a regular wedding, they walk down the aisle, blah, 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 whatever. And then whoever's at the front, the parishioner, actually speaks. And when they start speaking, this is what they say to the connection ceremony. It says, "Today, in the eyes of God and these witnesses, we bring together these two disciples as connected partners. Within this union, these two shall spend all of eternity together. Here in the physical land, they are connected, so God may reunite them in the promised land. As two disciples connect here in the physical land, this is a bond that shall never be broken. To ensure that these two have an unbreakable bond, if anyone here has any reason these two should not be connected, please raise your voice up to God and speak your truth." And then it says pause for response. So if anybody has any, objections to why these two should not get married, I don't know. And then whatever response, if nobody says anything, then what happens is they continue. "Love is love and is shared between two disciples. Connected partners come in all shapes and sizes, and God has created everyone to have a connected partner. These two disciples have decided to share their lives together here in the physical land. Once God decides it is their time to be released into the promised land, they shall also be reunited there with God. Do you," the name, "promise to keep close to your partner and share your secrets with only your partner as long as you both remain connected here in the physical land?" Pause for response and then repeat for the next one. "As they have both agreed, let's praise God for the newly connected partners." And that is where the connection prayer comes in, which I read. Let me see. I read the connection prayer a couple days ago. So it was probably day 10. Let me check my calendar. The connection prayer was actually read day 11. Okay, so day 11 has the connection prayer on it. Hey, they don't want to see your butt. So then that's where they add the prayer into the connection ceremony. So, and it has all those little things in there where it says, "do you," and then in parentheses, it says name. So it doesn't have like an actual person's name because it's not an actual connection ceremony. It's like the script to the connection ceremony. Nobody wants to see your butt, Valentine. And then it does say pause for response and repeat in parentheses. So it's like a generic type of connection ceremony that they would go through. If you've ever actually been to like a church or anything like that, they usually give you like the little leaflets. Whenever you go to a wedding, they give you like a leaflet or something like that. And sometimes it'll have like the entire wedding in there. Sometimes in the back of some of the hymnals or the books that are in the back of the pews, some of them will actually have a lot of this stuff already written out. So, you get to follow along and everything else. But that's why I put this in the back of the disciples' Doctrine, so that at least you have that kind of thing that you can see. I do see a little inconsistencies in these, but like I've said before, the prayers and the ceremonies, I did not edit. I wrote them and then I left them in there for my beta readers to kind of give me feedback on. And as I'm reading them out loud, I'm actually seeing that there's things in there that really need to change, but I am in the process of doing the edits from my beta readers. And while I'm reading it on these videos, I'm finding little things here and there that I can actually edit. So I'm actually really glad that I'm doing these videos, and it's really kind of nice to actually get it done. Now, I will not read the actual disciples' Doctrine right now before my edits. I will not read that on camera because My first draft I call my shit draft, and it's hideous. Let me put it that way. So my first draft, my shit draft, that was already edited and changed. Then that one, after I went through and made sure that that one was okay, then I sent it to my beta readers. My beta readers send me back all my stuff, and then I go through it again. And then I go through and I do what my beta readers suggested. And then I'll go through a whole nother, like, I'll call that my second shit. And I'll go through that one again as more of a polishing feature. And then it goes to my actual editor, who will then bring it back to me. And then I'll go, okay. And then hope for the best and not stress out that, oh my God, I hope people like it. So the Disciples Doctrine will only be available through me on either my website or in person. So if this is something that you actually want to get into and you want to see exactly what, my cult is actually about, you can get the Disciples Doctrine. It's probably going to be available, I want to say at least February at the earliest, March at the latest. So it shouldn't be much longer, thank goodness. But yeah, so the Disciples Doctrine, the Bible to my cult, is actually going to be released first. And that'll just kind of get you into the idea of, the cult, how they came to be and how they formed and everything, and, everything else. Anyway, so the connection ceremony, that's what I read today. Tomorrow is the released into the promised land. So that's like their funeral. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. Okay, bye.